Oh, sweetheart, don't bother to see us off. It could be ages.
Okay, well.
Bye, sweetheart.
See you in a couple of days. Something wrong?
She didn't say anything about returning by road. Southern end of Lake Turkana. Dead.
Whose map is Britain using when it completely ignores the United Nations and decides to invade Iraq?
You were courageous.
No, I was completely rude.
I'm Justin, by the way.
Tessa, how do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. It's my wife, Tessa. My God, what a surprise. How did you get in?
Take me to Africa with you.
Oh, listen, I could put you in one of these plant boxes.
I'm serious. Hello, Gita, darling.
Tessa.
Hello, Porter.
And this is Dr. Bluhm from Médecins dans l'Univers.
Good evening.
Sandy, you've got to promise me that you're going to act on what we tell you.
We?
Me and Arnold.
What did you give?
It doesn't matter.
Dr. Look here. You have got to stop testing on patients with HIV.
Setting her. I mean, this doesn't kill people, does it? Unless they swallow it? And does she blame me for losing the baby?
Of course not. Give her time.
I sent you a report to London.
Really?
I'm supposed to keep an eye on you.
What?
Report where you are. What you're doing.
Sandy, what do you think of me? Well, you can have me if you show me the letter. When I get back from Lockie.
See you in a couple of days.
The computer, they came here and took the files, the papers.
Darling Tessa, you have hurt me more than you know. Trusting you to be honorable, I afforded you against all the rules an opportunity that you have abused in the worst way. I beg you, for the sake of my career, to return what you took. I love you. I love you. What's in that?
Her will. Seems she wanted to be buried in Africa.
It's Claude, Arnold's boyfriend.
She could have told me.
Perhaps she didn't think you needed to know.
Something we shouldn't be seen talking about.
Dipraxa. I know that Tessa and Arnold wrote a report on the 3B's trials.
Tessa gave Sandy a copy.
And I need to know what happened to her. Gita, why didn't you want me involved?
To protect you.
Mr. Curtis, I'm sorry to disturb your game. My name is Justin Quayle from the High Commission. I believe you knew my wife, Tessa. She gave you a report that she had written on Dipraxa.
I'm sorry about your loss, but I don't remember being given any report.
Well, that's odd, because she noted it in her diary.
Then you know more than I do.
We've had some forgeries on the diplomatics. I'm going to have to keep this, I'm afraid, sir.
What? I don't have a passport, Bernard. They took mine at the airport. Deasy is satisfied it was a crime of passion by our dark medical horse. It's just a question now of finding Bluhm. Arnold Bluhm is gay, Bernard. Gay men don't rape their women friends.
I'm trying to find out who brokered the marriage.
What marriage?
KDH, make Dipraxa. 3B's tested. It's a marriage of convenience, of course. Both in it for what they can get out of it.
But that phrase about the marriage, is that Tessa's phrase or yours?
Oh, hers. Hers.
KDH is developing a revolutionary treatment for TB sufferers. We call it Dipraxa. You will call it life. Carol Delacourt Hudson. The world is our clinic.
Moral dilemma, him. Stole something from him. And worse, I made him a vile promise that I have absolutely no intention of keeping. No, I really hate to think how it would hurt Justin if he knew. Please tell me that Justin would understand if he knew.
Do you still represent that dodgy client in Amsterdam?
No credit cards. Never say your name on the phone or the computers will kick in.
I have to finish what she started.
Christ. How'd you get here?
She trusted you.
What do you want for that?
I want to know why Pellegrin suppressed Tessa's report. 3Bs, KDH, dipraxa. What's the story on that axis of evil?
We're not killing people who wouldn't be dead otherwise. Pellegrin said the report was too damaging. She had to be stopped.
Oh, yes.
We'll both be dead by Christmas. There's a contract out on you. Same people did for Tessa, I shouldn't wonder. I can get you out of Quênia. Drop it now and it's over. I'll make sure word gets to the right people. Go home and live.
Tessa was my home.
Know about Bluhm? They dragged him into the desert, cut out his tongue, chopped off his manly apparatus and stuffed them where his tongue had been. Then they crucified the poor bugger. I was afraid you'd say that, in case you meet any bandits.
Say thank you for taking me, Mr. Antica.
Hi. Robert Black, freelance journalist. I'm looking for Dr. Brandt.
Dr. Brandt!
I'll see you out about the tent.
My name is Robert Black. I'm a freelance journalist.
Three medicines, Mr. Black. Most of them well beyond their sell-by date. The drug companies donate them. That's a tax break for them. Big pharmaceuticals, they're right up there with the arms dealers.
What's your paper really interested in?
In the big pharmaceutical companies. Why did my wife come here?
They had written this report. I was supposed to provide the missing clinical data.
But you kept a copy of the report, yes?
Level 4 alert! Leaving in 5 minutes.
What were Tessa and Bluhm doing at Lake Turkana?
This is what you came for, I believe.
Do you think that it would be possible to land the plane here? Lake Turkana.
I have one more favor to ask you, I'm sorry. Do you think you could post that envelope for me? It's quite urgent.
I have chosen a text I know Justin and Tessa would approve. My dear Sandy, your naivety is beyond belief. I want to know what she does, where she goes, whom she meets. If nobody told us dipraxa was causing death, we can't be held responsible. But, my dear Sandy, should it ever become known that we closed our eyes to the deaths, none of us would survive the scandal. Yours sincerely, Fernando.
I know all your secrets, Tess. I think I understand you now. You want me to come home?
Mr. Quayle.